will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready? Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. He's tired of you.
Shoot. Throwing on first down. Gordon. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 10 logo. Go, go. 54. Silver, silver. Step.
On first and 10, Gordon. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Move. General West. 3 down. Jim. Hey, orbit. Showing it.
Operating from the gun. Gordon. It's caught by Davis. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, man. At their own 20-yard line.
Naeem Hines, his first carry, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check, watch. Go. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get it. Go.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. Third down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Charlie. Leo. Hey.
Back to throw. Gordon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Prescott from the gun. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
5.
From the gun, Gordon. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54.
2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gordon looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10. Gordon's pass intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, Gordon. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Switch gears.
You draw Corker. Now.
No.
They'll give it to Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Hey, Haywood. Yes.
I'm going to run you.
Are you ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And he will be brought down shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Big ass. Stick guy. Check stick guy. Go. Get out there.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. Let's get it. Here we go. 50 seconds. 37. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, we're going to 53. You go take. Hey, kill. Hey, check.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Come on,
the Bengals drive about to get going.
They're not ready for this, man.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Off the play fake. Gordon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On the ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5-4.
Defense.
Off play action. Gordon. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Gordon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Barnes. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, kill. 47.
To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Go.
Check.
Now.
Back to throw. Gordon. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
There.
Operating from the gun. Gordon going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Mike 50. Army. There we go, kill. Took the mic. Check.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Final play of the half. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Jumper. Check. Hot route. Check.
This is Hines. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You ain't doing nothing today. Here we go, 47. 50, Mike 50. Coming. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on second down. Gordon And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. On first down, Gordon. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 13 yards out, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Bengals.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point up and good. And this is now a one-point game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And oh, it coughed it up.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, it's Mack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Gun. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
From the 36, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Mike, check. 59. Let's go, D. Mike, 59.
Prescott to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Ready up.
Mike 5-4. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Big grip. Big grip.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, high 7. Greystone, Travis. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Deuce. Why? Get wide. Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Gordon. This one caught by Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They begin the drive with Hines. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
46.
Check. Crunch. Check 43.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Kill. Orbit. Watch the safety creep. Mike 50. Go. Get out there. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Come
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Mike 5-4. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
5. Look at me. Zipper.
54. They can't hang with us.
Throwing on first down. Gordon. That's caught inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Looking to throw. Gordon. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for it now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. 47. Under.
Now Prescott. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
47. Kill.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 57. Here we go.
47. Here we go. 26.
On 3rd down, Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
He's checking.
Now a give, right side. Barnes. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. We go 47. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Bring it. 26.
He's back to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
29 is the mic. Mike 47. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, it's Barnes. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Barnes. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 46. Done. 26.
Now it's Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Santos now to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. 29, 26.
They run with Hines, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Hey, kill. Still kill. Alert 3. Go. Get out there. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight dog. 26.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Joe Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1.
Pilot, 64. Here I come again. Go. Watch safety creep. creeping. Safety's creeping. Right there. 54. Yep. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the ball. Now. Mike 54. Shoot.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. Hey, Echo. Let's go. Mike spot 4. I'm coming. Yeah. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 50.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ready? 54. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Check pass.
Yo, go! General West!
I got this.
Go!
54. Mike 54.
It's just me.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay.